Okay, guys, I'm going to try and show you a two-digit multiplication. So I'm going to use the number 24 and 37 because we used it in the previous examples, and that was nice numbers. So we've got 24 times 37. Okay, here the trick is to remember that we're not just multiplying with a number 20, we're also multiplying with a 30 over here. And then we've got our 2 units, but I'll show you in a minute. So when we break it up, what we usually would do is say 20 times 7, okay, and then 4 times 7. Okay, let me just quickly highlight that so you can see. So it's the 7 that we have to multiply because it's the second number. So the 7 needs to be multiplied with the 4 as well as the 20. And then the next part is also the 3 needs to be timed with both. So we will have 20 times 30 and 4 times 30. Because let me take another color here. Oopsie, blue. So you will see that the 30 is the 30 at the end of the day. Why are we multiplying with 30? Because originally when we multiplied our 7 is a unit. So it's 7 times 4 and 7 times 20. So I just wrote it here on the side. And then the next one is the 3, but it's actually a 30. So it's 30 times 4 and 30 times 20. So I wrote it out here for you. Okay, let's start. The first one, 20 times 4 is 140. Remember how we do that? You just close the 0. 2 times 7 is 14. That's easy, and you just don't forget to add your 0. 4 times 7 is 28. Then 20 times 30. 2 times 3 is 6. Yes. And your 2 zeros needs to be added. And then 4 times 30 or 4 times 3 is 12 and a 0. Okay, we will add that later. That's not important for this method. I just want you to compare when we're looking in the book. So let's go back to our sum. Here's the fun part. So first up is Mr. 7. So we start like we did with the 1 digit. 7 times 4 is 28. So the 8 goes there and the 2 gets carried over. Don't forget, that must be an 8. What am I doing? See, don't forget to not switch it around. The 8 goes there and the 2 goes there. Okay, that's step 1. Then what did we usually do? We said 7 times 2 is 14. Don't forget to plus that 2. A lot of people forget that. And the final answer is then 16. And remember to leave your lines 100, tens, and units. Not too skewed. Now, here's the next part. So this was easy. If you would have done 24 times 7, the answer would have been 168. And this is what we did last year and last term. So it's a bit of grade 4 work. Now, the next part is grade 5 work. The 30. That is a 30. So we can't just say 3 times 4 and 3 times 2 because then we're losing out on our 0. And a 0 is an important part of 30. Otherwise, the number is 3. So here we must, every time when we have another digit, we must put the 0 right there as a placeholder because we're not timesing 3 with the numbers, we're timesing the number 30, which means it becomes a bigger number. So that 0 we're placing there just for fun to keep later. But it's important, you must do that. Then the next part is, now we're tackling the 3. You can still go 3 times 4. You don't have to now say 30 times 4 because you already put the 0 there. So 3 times 4 is 12. Ne? And then you write the 2. Oopsie, what's wrong with my pencil? The 2, and then carry the 1 over. Now here is where actually you should scratch that one out because it was for the previous one. Just remember to carry your 1 over because 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1 over. And just like we did before, we did 3 times 4 now. Okay, done with that, we're going to do the next part, which is 3 times 2, like we always do. So 3 times 2 is 6. Don't forget to plus that 1 now, which is 7. But also important to remember is the 2 was for the 7 because 7 times 4 gave 28. So when you're done with that one, you can scratch out the 7 and then you've got your 1 that is left over for the rest of the sum. And now all we do is add. This part is an addition. Why? Because we've got separate entities. We first did our 7 to multiply with 24, and the next part was our 30 to multiply with 24. So if I can break it up for you, you had that. You had your 7 and your 34 multiply. Oh, your 30 with... Man, what am I doing? 7 times... Yeah, it's right. See, I'm confusing myself. 7 times 24 and 30 times 24. So 7 times 24 is 168 and 30 times 24 is 720. Okay? We've got that. That's what we just did there. Add them all together. 6 plus 2 is 8, and that is also 8. That's your answer. I'll come back to that. This side. Count properly. That is an 8. Then that is a 4 and a 2 and is also an 8. And the 1 and a 6 and a 1 is also an 8. Okay, so do you see all three the answers are 888. So it doesn't matter which method you use, but this is important method because this is one where you have to keep track of what you're doing. This one is straightforward. You break it up and you add it. This is just an extension of that one. But this is the method I want you to practice today because this is the one we're going to use most. And this is the one you're going to use for the rest of your life as well. So check that out. And then I'm going to do one more. I know this video is getting a bit long, but I'm going to do one more. You must watch it over again if you still struggle. Okay, let's take the number 54 times 93. Okay, that's a gigantic amount. Let's see, let's just stretch it out a bit. Step 1, so I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to focus on what we're doing first. 4 times 3 is 12. The 2 goes there and the 1 carries over because the 12 is a 10. So it needs to belong with the 10s. That's its friends. Okay. And then the next part is 3 times 5 is 15. Plus that 1 will give us 16. Sharp. Step 1 done. So you're done with the 3 technically. And you're done with that one technically. Okay. Next step. Now we're using the 9. So here I can use colors again because we've done the 3. So we're doing the 9. Oopsie. And we're going to first multiply with the 4. So, let me just get everything sorted here. 9 times 4 is 36. Don't forget our 0. 0. And then 36. The 6 goes there. And the 3 carries over. And then the next part is 9 times 5 is 45. Plus the 3. 45 plus 3 is 48. So it's the 8 goes there. And the 4 goes there. See, the sum has become quite big because 93 is almost at 100. So we're going into very large numbers now. But see, nothing changed. You put your 0, okay? You went 9 times 4 is 36. Cool. Carry over. We're done with that. Next part is 9 times 5 was 45. And then don't forget the plus 3 because that 3 from the 36 is a 30. That's why it belongs with the 10s. And there you have it. And the last part is not too complicated. 2. It's also a 12. See, we're carrying all the time. This is a 10 and we're carrying again. And now if you look at it, your final answer is 53 times 93 is 5,022. Ta-da! So that's not so bad. What you can do is, even if this lesson is over, practice your own. Take 2 random numbers. Any 2, and then just start doing it. The more you do it, the more it will sink in. So I hope this video helps a bit, and then I will talk to you just again now.